Have you ever walked into a room only to forget why you went there in the first place? Or maybe you're trying to recall the name of someone you just met, but it seems to be slipping away from you. You're not alone. As we age, it's natural to notice changes in our memory. For some, this can be a frustrating experience, but I'm here to tell you that memory loss doesn't have to be inevitable. In fact, there are simple, proven ways to improve your memory and keep it sharp well into your golden years. Memory is one of the most powerful tools we have. It helps us stay connected to the past, navigate the present, and plan for the future. But just like any other muscle, our brain needs exercise to stay strong. And the good news? There are small, easy changes we can make that have a real, immediate impact on our memory. In this video, I'm going to share with you 5 proven ways to improve your memory instantly. These aren't complicated or time-consuming tricks, just simple habits that, if you practice them consistently, can make a big difference. Whether you're dealing with occasional forgetfulness or you just want to keep your mind sharp as you age, these tips will help you stay ahead of the game. Let's start with the first one, active learning. Now, you might be thinking, I've been learning for years. I don't need to go back to school. And I totally get that. But here's the thing, learning doesn't have to be formal. It's not about taking courses or memorizing facts. Active learning is about engaging your brain in new and challenging ways. The key is to keep your brain constantly processing information, and one of the best ways to do that is by learning something new every day. Maybe you've always wanted to learn a new language. Or perhaps you've been curious about a hobby you've never tried, painting, knitting, or even playing an instrument. These activities require your brain to work harder, making new connections and strengthening existing ones. The beauty of active learning is that it doesn't have to be something big. It could be as simple as reading a book, solving a puzzle, or trying a new recipe. For example, I've found that crossword puzzles are a great way to keep my brain engaged. It's not just about filling in the answers, it's about recalling the information and activating different areas of my brain. Even something as simple as learning the names of a few new plants or flowers can make a difference. The point is to give your brain a little challenge each day. By doing so, you're improving your ability to retain and recall information. And don't worry, it's not about being perfect. Just the act of engaging your brain in something new is enough to make a positive impact. So, next time you're looking for something to do, consider picking up a book you've been meaning to read, or maybe try an online course in something that piques your interest. The more active you can make your learning, the better it will be for your memory. Now that we've talked about how important it is to keep your brain active with new learning, let's move on to the second point, mindfulness and focus. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. We're constantly being pulled in different directions, phone notifications, TV, the radio, and even just our own thoughts. But did you know that practicing mindfulness can actually help improve your memory? When we're constantly distracted, it becomes harder to focus on anything for an extended period of time, including what we want to remember. Mindfulness, on the other hand, is the practice of being fully present in the moment. And when we practice mindfulness, we're training our brain to pay attention more effectively, which leads to better retention of information. Mindfulness doesn't have to be a complicated or time-consuming practice. You don't need to meditate for an hour or go on a retreat to reap its benefits. Start small. Even just taking a few moments each day to stop and focus on your breathing can make a huge difference. If you're sitting down to enjoy a meal, take a few seconds to really taste and appreciate the food. If you're walking outside, try to focus on the sounds, the sights, and the feel of the air. This simple practice of focusing on the present moment is something we often overlook, but it's incredibly important for strengthening memory. Here's why. When we focus on something fully, we're not only better able to remember it, but we also help our brains to encode the memory more deeply. For example, if you're listening to a story and really paying attention to the details, your brain is more likely to store that information in a way that you'll be able to recall later. And the best part? This can be done anywhere, anytime. Whether it's taking a walk, listening to someone speak, or even focusing on a simple task like cleaning the house, just being present and fully engaged in the moment will help you retain more of the information around you. So, the next time you feel your mind wandering, try to gently bring it back to the task at hand. Whether you're listening, reading, or just experiencing life, being mindful of the moment can significantly boost your ability to remember things. Now, let's talk about another simple but incredibly effective tip: getting enough sleep. I know, you've probably heard this one a million times. But trust me, the importance of sleep cannot be overstated when it comes to memory. Sleep is when our brain gets to do its most important work. It consolidates memories, sorts through all the information from the day, and stores what's important. Without enough quality sleep, our ability to recall information suffers. As we get older, it can sometimes become harder to get a good night's sleep, and that can lead to cognitive problems. But even if you're not sleeping as soundly as you used to, there are a few things you can do to improve the quality of your rest. First, try to establish a consistent sleep schedule. Go to bed at the same time each night and wake up at the same time each morning. This helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier for you to fall asleep and stay asleep. Also, make your bedroom a sleep-friendly environment. Keep it cool, dark, and quiet. If you're having trouble falling asleep, avoid looking at screens before bed, as the blue light can interfere with your body's ability to produce melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep. A relaxing bedtime routine, maybe reading a book or listening to soothing music, can also help signal to your brain that it's time to wind down. The better you sleep, the better your brain can function the next day, including your ability to remember things. So, don't underestimate the power of a good night's sleep. It's one of the easiest and most effective ways to boost your memory instantly. Now that we've covered 3 great ways to improve your memory, let's transition to the next steps. As we move forward, we'll explore even more strategies that will help you keep your memory sharp and strong. Stay tuned. Now that we've discussed how active learning, mindfulness, and getting enough sleep can instantly improve your memory, let's dive into the next 2 strategies. These are equally simple but incredibly effective when it comes to keeping your mind sharp and your memory intact as you age. Let's start with physical exercise. I know this one may seem obvious to some of you, but the connection between exercise and brain health is too important to overlook. Regular physical activity doesn't just keep your body fit, it helps your brain stay sharp as well. In fact, studies have shown that exercise can actually boost memory, increase brain volume, and reduce the risk of cognitive decline. You might be wondering, how does this work, exactly? Well, physical exercise increases blood flow to the brain, which brings more oxygen and nutrients to brain cells, promoting the growth of new neurons. It also helps reduce stress and anxiety, both of which can interfere with memory and concentration. And the best part? You don't have to run marathons or spend hours at the gym to see the benefits. Simple activities like walking, swimming, or even gardening can help keep your brain sharp. Let's take walking as an example. A brisk 30-minute walk several times a week can make a significant difference in how you feel mentally. Not only does walking help increase blood flow to the brain, but it also gives you time to think, reflect, or even practice mindfulness. Plus, walking outside in nature can provide an additional boost of mental clarity. The key is consistency. Just incorporating a little bit of exercise into your routine each day can have lasting benefits for your memory. And if you're not someone who enjoys structured exercise, that's perfectly fine. The point is to find an activity that you enjoy and can do regularly. Whether it's dancing to your favorite music, doing some light stretching, or going for a leisurely bike ride, movement is key to keeping your brain active and healthy. Remember, every little bit helps. Now, let's shift gears a bit and talk about something that's just as crucial to memory: nutrition. You've probably heard the saying, "You are what you eat," and when it comes to memory, that saying is absolutely true. The food you eat directly impacts the health of your brain. Just like your body, your brain needs proper nutrients to function at its best. There are certain foods that have been shown to boost brain function and improve memory. For example, omega-3 fatty acids, which are found in fatty fish like salmon, are known to support brain health. These healthy fats help improve communication between brain cells, which is essential for memory. You can also find omega-3s in plant-based sources like flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Berries are another fantastic food for memory. They're packed with antioxidants, which help fight oxidative stress, something that can damage brain cells. Studies have shown that eating berries regularly can improve memory and delay cognitive decline. So, try adding a handful of blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries to your diet each day. They're not only delicious but also a simple way to give your brain a boost. Leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and broccoli are also great for your memory. They're packed with vitamins and minerals that support brain health, like vitamin K, folate, and beta-carotene. These nutrients help protect the brain and can improve cognitive function. So, next time you're planning your meals, make sure to include plenty of these nutrient-dense foods. And don't forget about hydration. Staying hydrated is just as important for brain function as it is for your body. Dehydration can lead to confusion and memory lapses, so be sure to drink enough water throughout the day. Aim for at least 8 cups of water daily, and remember that other fluids like herbal teas and water-rich fruits, like watermelon or cucumber, can also help keep you hydrated. By focusing on a balanced diet full of brain-boosting foods, you're giving your memory the support it needs to thrive. And the best part is, it's not about dieting or restricting yourself, it's about nourishing your body and brain with the right foods that will keep you sharp and energized. Now that we've covered the importance of exercise and nutrition for memory, let's talk about social connections. As we age, it's easy to find ourselves spending more time alone. But did you know that staying socially engaged is one of the most powerful ways to keep your memory strong? Having meaningful conversations and connections with others stimulates your brain and provides a mental workout. It also gives you a sense of purpose and fulfillment, which can improve overall well-being. Social interaction helps keep your mind sharp by requiring you to think quickly, recall memories, and process new information in real time. When you engage with others, you're constantly exercising your memory and communication skills. This can help reduce the risk of cognitive decline and keep your brain active. If you're someone who lives alone or doesn't have many social interactions, consider finding ways to connect with others. You could join a local club or group that interests you, attend social gatherings with family or friends, or even start a virtual conversation with a loved one. It doesn't matter how big or small the interaction is, just talking to others regularly can have a positive impact on your memory. Volunteering is another great way to stay socially engaged. Not only do you get to interact with others, but you also feel a sense of purpose by helping your community. Whether it's assisting at a food bank, helping at a local library, or offering a helping hand to a neighbor, volunteering provides both social interaction and mental stimulation. And the benefits for your memory are truly remarkable. So, if you've been feeling isolated or disconnected, reach out to others. It could be the key to keeping your memory strong for years to come. As we move forward, remember that improving your memory isn't about making drastic changes overnight. It's about taking small, consistent steps toward better brain health. And by staying physically active, eating brain-boosting foods, and maintaining social connections, you're giving your memory the support it needs to thrive. These are the building blocks of a sharp and healthy mind. Next, we'll dive into the final steps that will help you solidify your memory skills and keep them sharp well into your later years. Stay tuned. As we approach the final stretch of our journey toward a sharper, healthier memory, it's time to cover the last 2 points that can truly make a world of difference for you. These are simple strategies that can help tie everything together and give you that extra boost you've been looking for. Let's begin with reducing stress. If there's one thing that can wreak havoc on your memory and overall cognitive function, it's stress. We all know how stressful life can get, whether it's managing family responsibilities, dealing with health concerns, or just the general pace of life. But chronic stress can actually shrink the part of your brain responsible for memory, the hippocampus. Over time, this can lead to difficulty remembering things, trouble concentrating, and even a higher risk of memory-related conditions. But the good news is that stress isn't something you're powerless against. There are a number of ways to manage stress that can significantly improve your memory and mental clarity. One effective way to reduce stress is through deep breathing exercises. It sounds simple, but it works wonders. When you take deep, slow breaths, you activate your body's relaxation response, which helps reduce the level of stress hormones in your system. You could try a technique called 4-7-8 breathing. Simply breathe in for 4 seconds, hold your breath for 7 seconds, and then exhale slowly for 8 seconds. This can help calm your nervous system and improve focus, which in turn helps your memory. If you're feeling overwhelmed, take a few minutes to practice this simple technique, and you'll be amazed at how much more centered and clear-headed you feel. Another great way to manage stress is through regular relaxation practices, like yoga or Tai Chi. These activities not only help you relax, but they also promote physical and mental balance, which can significantly enhance your memory. Even a short, 10-minute yoga session each morning can help calm your mind, ease tension in your body, and improve your ability to focus and retain information. Of course, managing stress isn't just about physical techniques. It's also about taking time for yourself and doing things that bring you joy. Whether it's a hobby, spending time with loved ones, or simply taking a walk in nature, making time for activities that bring peace and happiness into your life can go a long way in reducing stress and improving your memory. Now that we've talked about managing stress, let's move on to the final point, creating a memory-friendly environment. Our surroundings play a huge role in how we process and retain information. If you're constantly distracted by clutter, noise, or chaotic environments, it can be much harder to focus and remember things. On the other hand, when your environment is calm, organized, and conducive to focus, your brain can work more efficiently. One of the simplest ways to improve your memory environment is to minimize distractions. This could mean turning off your phone while you're working on a task, organizing your living space, or creating a quiet area where you can relax and focus without interruptions. If you have a lot going on at home, try setting up a designated memory zone where you can keep important items, like keys, important papers, or medications, so that you don't waste time trying to remember where you left them. Another helpful strategy is to use reminders and prompts. Write things down, whether it's on sticky notes, a calendar, or a digital reminder app. Having a visual prompt in front of you can trigger your memory and help keep you on track. For example, if you're planning to go to a doctor's appointment, put a reminder on your phone or stick a note on your fridge so that it's top of mind. You might also consider using a daily planner or journal to keep track of tasks, appointments, and thoughts. Writing things down not only helps you remember them but also serves as a great mental exercise in organizing your day. You could also try adding some elements to your space that promote cognitive function. For example, having a good amount of natural light can help improve concentration and memory, so try to arrange your workspace or reading nook near a window. Even small changes, like having a plant in the room, can reduce stress and create a more peaceful, brain-friendly environment. The idea is to create a space that fosters mental clarity and helps you focus on what's important. As we've explored, the way you treat your environment can have a big impact on how well you remember things. By making small adjustments to your surroundings, you're setting yourself up for better focus, clearer thinking, and stronger memory. So, now we have it, all 5 strategies that can instantly improve your memory and keep your brain sharp. To recap, we've covered 1. Active learning, keeping your brain engaged with new activities. 2. Mindfulness and focus, being present in the moment to help your memory thrive. 3. Physical exercise, boosting brain function with regular movement. 4. Nutrition, nourishing your brain with the right foods. 5. Social connections, engaging with others to keep your mind sharp. 6. Stress management, reducing stress to protect your memory. 7. A memory-friendly environment, creating a space that promotes focus and mental clarity. But here's the thing, improving your memory isn't about trying to change everything at once. It's about taking small steps every day to nurture your brain and make these strategies part of your routine. Even a slight shift in how you approach life can lead to dramatic improvements in how well you remember things. And remember, it's not about perfection. It's about progress, consistency, and finding what works best for you. I want to leave you with this: no matter where you are in life, your brain is capable of so much. By staying active, connected, and mindful, you are giving yourself the best chance to maintain a sharp memory and a happy, healthy mind for many years to come. Don't let age define your abilities. With the right habits, you can continue to learn, grow, and remember the moments that matter most. I hope this video gave you some useful tips and insights. If you found these strategies helpful, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear what memory-boosting techniques work for you. And if you haven't already, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content like this to help you live your best life at any age. Here's to your bright, sharp mind and the wonderful adventures that await you, no matter your age.